I'm going to teach you how to play the Richard Marx version of I Can't Help Falling in Love. I think it's actually my favorite version, though I really like Darren Hayes' version as well. Anyway, there's tons of awesome versions of this song. It's a really beautiful song, but Richard Marx's version is different than, I guess, all the rest because it's in 4/4 time, which is more of like the standard time signature, versus all the rest are in 3/4 time. So the counting of the other ones is going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and Richard Marx just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use these same chords and play the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, the different time signature, but I'm going to teach you the Richard Marx way. It's going to start off, and there's this little lead lick. So there's a second guitar that does it, but I'll teach you the lead lick first. It goes like this. So what that is 3rd fret B string, pluck that and slide up to the 5th fret, and then play the 7th fret at the E string, 5th fret at the E string, 3rd fret at the E string, and then 3rd fret at the B string. It does that, and then that's the very beginning of the intro. And then it starts on the first chord, and that starts with a C. And when you pluck this, you're going to pluck the lowest string, whatever the lowest string is that you're playing, and the highest string at the same time. You're either the highest string or the second highest string, depending on what sounds better. In this case, the first chord is the highest string, and then you'll pluck. So both of those at the same time. This is C chord, so you're plucking the A string and the high E string while holding a C chord. And then after you pluck the two together, then you'll pluck just at going down. So you'll start, let's say, in this case, on the G string, B string, and then E string. So here goes C chord, then goes to a D chord, same plucking pattern, and then an E minor chord, then an A minor 7th chord, then this is a G chord with a B in the bass, G in first inversion, but you'll just play basically the 4 middle strings while holding down the 2nd fret at the A string, and then you'll go to a D chord again, and then to a G chord. So all together it would go like this, starting at the first chord. Alright, so that's basically the intro, except for now there's one little lick. This does this a couple times on the turns. And that lick is playing a C chord and sliding up from a C chord to a D chord. And that goes like this. And then a G. So you take that C shape, a C chord shape, and you just pluck, I play the lowest note and the 2 highest notes, or second 2 highest notes, right there. And then I slide up 2 frets, 1, 2, and then play that same C chord shape, but it's now a D. So, and then so C, D, then G chord. And so that's when the lyrics start, the wise men say. So here's the verse. It starts on a G chord. G, and then a D chord with a F sharp in the bass. So just regular D chord, but bring your thumb around and play F sharp right here in the bass chord. So G, D with the F sharp in the bass, then E minor. But I play an E minor 7th, so I hold down E minor plus the B string 3rd fret. G, D with the F sharp in the bass, E minor 7th. And then you play an A minor 7th, and then G over B, so that's a G chord right here, but you'll play the B in the bass, which is 2nd fret. 2nd fret, A string is the lowest string. And then to a D chord. And then to C chord. Now slide up, just like you did at that little intro lick, slide up 2 frets, holding down the same C chord shape to the D. So C chord, D, E minor, A minor 7th, and then that same G with a B in the bass, so that's 2nd fret, A string, and then playing the 4 middle strings, then D, then G. So all together, I'll play the whole thing through. This is the verse. So yeah, both the first and second verse. This is the exact same pattern. G, D with the F sharp in the bass, E minor 7th, A minor 7th, G over B, D. I do a little hammer on there. C slide up to D, E minor, A minor 7th, G over B, D, G chord. And then it goes into the chorus, which is the Like a River Flows part. So the chorus, there's a little lick that goes right into the chorus, and that is like this. So right before the first chord, so G. And what that is based around an A minor chord, I guess. It's B string, 1st fret. You play that, and then you pull it off. And then you play 2nd fret, G string, and pull off. So. Then the first chord, you play a C chord. So C chord, like a river flows, C. And then you play that G with a B in the bass, so G in first inversion. And again, that's just 4 middle strings, but you hold down the 2nd fret at the A string. And then back to the C chord, back to the G first inversion, back to C chord, back to G first inversion, and then to an F chord. F. So it holds down the F twice as long. So I'll play through that whole chorus. This is the whole chorus. I think on the record it just holds down that F for those that I guess it's 2 bars, but you can actually go to a D chord there. Sometimes I do that because I think it sounds good. So and then D. It sounds kind of nice to do that. So, but on the record, I think it just holds down the F chord. So that's the whole song. It just repeats that, does the first verse and does the chorus again. Except for then it changes keys and it goes up 1 whole step and plays the same chords but goes up a whole step for the last verse. So after Some Things Were Meant to Be, playing on that F, and then it would go to Take My Hand. And when it does to Take My Hand, it goes and plays an A. So I'll teach you the chords now, but it's just the same chords that I just taught you, but up a whole step. So A. You don't always pick actually the lowest string and high string together. For some of the chords, actually, for about half of them, you just play, or maybe more than half, you just play. So just starting at the low string and going to the highest string or second highest string, like that. So starting on an A chord, it's going to go like this once you move up the whole step. A, E, F sharp minor, then D, then you're going to play an A with a third in the bass. So that means you play an A chord right here, except you take your ring finger and you place it at the 4th fret, and you play those 4 middle strings, and then play an E chord. And when I play this E chord right there, so far going all the way through, A, E, F sharp minor, D, A with a 3rd in the bass, and then E. But I'll hammer on with my pinky, hammer on to the 2nd, when I'm playing that E, to the 2nd fret. So it just sounds kind of good to go. You make it a sus, I think it's a sus 4 then? Yeah, I think that's sus 4, yeah, when you hammer onto with your pinky. And then, so this whole life through. And then it goes, yeah, starting on a D now, then E, F sharp minor again, then B minor 7th, then A with 3rd in the bass, yep, then an E, then an A. So now I'll play that all the way through, saying the chords. When I play the A with a 3rd in the bass, I'll just say A over, what is that? A C sharp, A over C sharp. That means you're playing A with a C sharp right here in the bass. Okay, so here's the last verse. A, E, F sharp minor, D, A over C sharp, E, hammer on to the 2nd fret, D, E, F sharp minor, B minor 7th, A over C sharp, E, and then A. I'll also, when I play that A that last time, I'll often hammer on to the 3rd fret at the 3rd fret at the B string. I think it makes it again A sus 4. And then it repeats that again for I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. It repeats that again, yeah. So D, E, F sharp minor, B minor 7th, A over C sharp, E, A. And now this time when it plays that A, this is for the last little refrain of the song where it slows down. You're going to play the A, and you hold down, it's an A chord, but you hold down the 3rd fret of the B string. So, and when you play those, you're going to play the G string and B string together, and you're going to slide up 2 frets. So slide up 2 frets and play it once you slide up. And then I play usually here that 6th fret at the D string. Yep, so. And then you're going to play, last chord is an A. I think it's A, basically an A9, because you just play the 2nd fret at the D and the G strings. So that's the last chord, that's what it ends on. So at the very end, it just goes you, so you. That's how to play the Richard Marx version, my favorite version of I Can't Help Falling in Love. And you can check out my cover of this song with my friend Mikey Bustos. So it might help you a little bit to watch our performance video as well, just to get the timing of all this stuff down.